What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. Another thing that we're going to keep our eye on also is, look, so come Smackdown, which was in Denver, Colorado, which I talked about, also because for those, like I said, fan of football, we was getting ready for the Colorado Buffaloes game, you know, because Coach Prime was down there, and we trying to get a win, especially after, you know, homeboy from Colorado State in the rivalry game was running his mouth. So it just so happened that Pat McAfee had his show, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was on his show, and they was casually talking, and they casually talked to The Rock. Brought up that he had the plan.
Well, it was a question asked, but yeah,
it was a question asked that him versus Roman for WrestleMania 39 was locked into place. He talked to Nick Khan and Vince and all that. Or Triple H, I forgot who he talked to, and then he said that was locked into place, and they wanted to do something that wasn't good, that wasn't great, but you know, it would, you know, basically be so epic, you know, something that the fans deserve. You know how The Rock talks.
You know what that means.
What does that mean?
I didn't want to lose, brother.
Oh.
Because what else would it be? Come on now, what else would it be? Roman is destroying everybody. In regular match, Roman would have won anyway. So what is the thing that you can't do that would have left the audiences happy? Like, not happy, but like, what would have been different? So I'm saying, like, he's like, I'm not losing, brother.
Yes. I don't know, but they couldn't come together on any concrete.
Tell me, what do you think? You had the match locked in and everything, and all of a sudden you're like, nah. Just tell me, what do you think? What do you think happened? Because if it's like that, I mean, the money already right. You know, you're already talking about the story. So, like, what happens?
You said, what do I think happened?
Yes.
Oh, well, my honest opinion, The Rock wasn't in shape. The Rock wasn't in shape because The Rock is not that kind of. The Rock throughout his whole career, he's not that kind of guy. Huh?
He said it was like a year though.
The Rock's not in shape for this.
I'm saying he said it was a year.
Yeah. They talked in 2022 about this, and they said he had it locked in. But his claiming was they couldn't come up with something that was so epic that would definitely give back to the fans and all that stuff. I'm like, there's nothing that can be epic with that matchup. But, you know, The Rock been leaving WWE with their dick in their hand for about over a year. The Rock keeps doing this. So they went with the plan with Cody and Roman. And I can probably still think that I think Cody still in September should have won that title. Seeing what's happening with the Bloodline right now, and this story with Jimmy Uso, and seeing Roman not being there, it's further showing me that Cody should have won that championship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. He should. Roman's not even there. Roman's not even there. So what good does it do to have the championship when you're not there? I really thought, like, okay, maybe, you know, I know they want to do, they want Cody to get his reps a little bit, but a lot of things would have made more sense. Even looking at it, because WrestleMania happened in April? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looking at it about 5-6 months down the line, and I still say that Cody should have won that championship. But neither here or there. So when they was talking about that, then Rock was talking about, you know, how he was open and still doing the matchup and at WrestleMania 40, which got everybody talking about The Rock and Roman at WrestleMania 40. And I'm going to be honest with you right now, I don't want to see it anymore.
No, I need Rock versus somebody else.
Yeah, I don't need The Rock versus Roman right at all, because right now it's the time to do it would have been Hollywood, and they didn't do it. It's done. It lost its luster because I'm gonna tell you right now, the Bloodline thing is done. They're not even the most dominant faction in WWE right now. It is the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
So having The Rock come back to fight for who is the real head of the table, that ship has sailed. Roman's barely there, and why have the championship with Roman on The Rock? Why would Roman lose the championship to The Rock when The Rock's not even going to be there? And then on top of all that, The Rock has not wrestled a singles match. We ain't counting Eric Rollins. So for people out there at WrestleMania 32, we're not talking about that. The Rock has not wrestled a singles match in 10 years. People keep forgetting of. They keep in this notion just because you did a people's elbow does not mean you in shape. He's in shape. He's not in ring shape. And the last time The Rock wasn't in ring shape, he tore his abdomen, which was 10 years ago. Even the first match with John Cena at WrestleMania 28, The Rock was sucking wind hard in that match. Cena had to carry him for a lot of that matchup in WrestleMania 28. People didn't want to hear that, but that's what the truth of it was. And now you're talking about The Rock to come back to face Roman Reigns. What good does that do any man right now? Right now, when it's clearly positioned for Cody to finish the story. Why would you?
I have a question, right?
Okay.
I'm fantasy booking myself, but it's this stupid fantasy booking. What if I know that's not going to happen, obviously. So just mind you, this is not going to happen at all.
Okay.
Remember last year when we thought Stone Cold was coming back?
Oh yeah, that's right. You was watching his workout videos. You said, "What's he work out to take out the groceries?"
Literally, yeah. I guess he was taking out them groceries because he didn't come back. But,
exactly.
He was supposed to come back, but he said he had like a month build. He was like, "I don't want to just build with a month left."
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he didn't do it. But anyway, what if somehow, some way, Rock and Stone Cold are on a team against somebody else? Who would that team be?
Honestly, unfortunately, The Rock and Stone Cold, kind of like how he did in 2002, will have to go up against the hottest team right now. The hottest team was the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day, that's what I was saying. It could be 3-on-2. Yeah. Like it was with NWO.
Well, exactly. The hottest team right now is the
I'm not going to lie, though. If the Judgment Day go, like, if that was to happen, I'm like, that actually, it would be nice.
Yeah, it would be, but I would want something bigger than that. I mean, the Judgment Day is the hot faction right now, but I need something like if Bobby's new Hurt Business.
You won't want like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Yeah, something like that, or even if Bobby's team gets hot in the next 6 months, because it's 7 months to WrestleMania. If they get like crazy heat. Or just get hot because it's like a new version of Hurt Business and like they do some actual building to it, then I can even see something like that. But as of right now, the appeal of it is gone. Just seeing The Rock. Do I want to see The Rock come back to have a match? First of all, you know what I really want? I want The Rock to officially retire. He hasn't done that yet. I want him to have his officially retired matchup because even on SmackDown when they showed him and Cena backstage,
to be honest.
Don't tease that again.
No, I'm saying, to be honest, that could have been the thing right there.
Rock and Cena, part 3?
No, I'm talking about that could have been the big never before seen thing if we would have had Roman versus Rock and his careers on the line. He loses.
Yeah, but you they can still do that, but the thing is right now...
No, I'm saying at that time, he said it's never been done before. I'm like, that could have definitely been like a big thing that they could have done.
Yeah. No. I mean, no, I agree with you, but what I'm saying is, you know what? All this would have been easier. I would have been even more excited if that was the case. If Roman lost the championship at WrestleMania 39, I think they were so caught up about making him get to that 1,000 days that they did not really look that deep further and be like, okay, he's now at 1,000 days. Then what? It's like, okay, how important are these records to WWE? And obviously they're really important because they're trying to break and they're trying to have more modern day records. But even with 1,000 days, if Roman had lost that championship, it would make sense for Roman not to be there. He's going through a depression. He's going through he was the tribal chief and he lost. He could have got so close to the 1,000 days and he lost. And then all of a sudden he's losing his family. And then all he has left is being the tribal chief. Well, who is the real head of the table? Bring in Dwayne Johnson. Then when he says these things on Pat McAfee's show, it will build up hype because you can do Rock versus Roman without the championship to the point where, like, okay, now that's an attraction match to see. But we ain't got to worry about Cody. But now you didn't do that. Now you have to worry about Cody because Cody just got Jay on Raw. Somebody has to go to SmackDown. Adam Pearce just said that. Somebody has to go to SmackDown. It's not going to be Tommaso Ciampa. It's going to have to be somebody on the level of Jey Uso or bigger, which is Cody. And when Cody gets to SmackDown, he's on the same show of Roman for him to finish the story. That's the story you have booked. That's what the story where a lot of people are just patiently waiting for. So right now, I really don't need Dwayne messing this thing up. And right now, Dwayne saying all...
Did you see the memes that people was posting about Cody?
I seen the Hurt Business one you sent me.
No, it was the one Cody said Chris Cross applesauce style. He was like, the fact that Dwayne's in the main event and I'm not makes me sick. That's
yeah, you know, like those kind of things are annoying. And the thing is, The Rock's going to be doing the same thing. He's going to be sitting there having WWE twiddling their thumbs for him to come next year and tell us something. No, we can't do it. Because I'm telling you right now, when this strike is over, I do believe it will be over eventually. Rock gonna go back to work. He going with the money. He going back to work. Yes, he loves wrestling. Yes, it's in his blood.
You know, he also said something that I was kind of like not confused by, but I was kind of like, dang, you could have did this the whole time. So he was like, because they was like, oh yeah, you know, your schedule and everything, that's a lot. He was like, no, I control the schedule. I could have literally been off anytime I wanted to. And it was like, really? He was like, yeah, it's my company. I work with my company. We work on what we want to do. I shoot what I want to shoot. Mm-hmm. And it was like, oh, so why haven't you been coming back? And it was like, then that's when the Roman thing. He was like, oh well, you know, actually we was locked in. So that's when I came up. They was asking him why he didn't come back.
Yeah, so that way I'm just, you know, no disrespect to Dwayne. I like Dwayne. I like The Rock. I love The Rock. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to support my wrestlers, but however, I don't need to see him against Roman. It's too late. You missed the ship. You can find something else for The Rock to do and wrestle. The man came back on SmackDown and just beat up Austin Theory. It was just, and literally he just came back because he was in Denver that night, and he has nothing else to do.
People talk about he came back because he was talking about Roman earlier. I was like, no, he just so happened to be in the same place. That's the only reason.
Exactly. First of all, y'all want to talk about anything? The Rock more came for Deion Sanders and Pat McAfee. Mm-hmm. Because I just seen this clip where, you know, he's surprised because Deion didn't even know he was going to be there. Mm-hmm. And he was there, and then also he came on Pat McAfee. He was there for them. He wasn't there for. I'm like, he was like, shit.
And that was 2 different days too.
Exactly. To the point, the Rock was like, oh shit, SmackDown going to be in Denver. I'm doing nothing. You know why? Because everything's on strike. I'm doing absolutely nothing. I'll go to SmackDown and do what? He didn't call Roman. He didn't go meet up with Jey Uso. He didn't meet up with Paul Heyman. He didn't say nothing to Solo. He didn't go to nothing with AJ Styles. He didn't go on the Grayson Waller effect. He went there to talk trash on Austin Theory, giving people's elbow, and called it a night. That's it. People, stop reading into this.
I'm surprised he didn't do the rock bottom.
He probably... he probably hurting. Like I said, first of all, The Rock came out looking even more swole. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, bruh, The Rock is in great personal shape.
He getting old. I can tell in his face by his cheeks and his lips. I'm like, yeah,
he's kind of getting older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, The Rock is almost 50 years old.
No, he is 50.
He is 50?
Yes.
There it is. The Rock don't need to be wrestling no 30-minute. The Rock needs to retire. He needs to go in like this. Hey, is it same thing with John Cena in the ball spot? Like, bruh, like Cena's matches ain't even good no more.
No, I've seen a clip of who was it? Vinci and what's his name now? Anyways, the Imperium. He was fighting them at a house show, and like they beat him up. Yeah, that boss fight, like it's like the whole like it looked like he got like the George Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro, you need to cover that up. Bro. You need to cut it. So,
I don't know.
You know, he had to no cut his whole career except for when he's going bald. Now you want to grow your hair out going bald?
Wait, I missed it. Who was this again?
Cena.
See, exactly. Yeah, I don't understand. All right, just go back to the buzz cut. I don't understand that one, but hey, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Y'all don't look for Dwayne and Roman at WrestleMania 40. I don't want it to happen. And I don't think it should personally happen. I know that may sound a little bit harsh, but that is what it is. Now,
I will say, even though The Rock is probably too big to do this, if there is the match where he comes back and it's like, there's like, I don't know, Rock and McAfee versus like Theory and some other guy returning, that's a big deal or something. I'll be like, whatever, it's a match. Like, well, we don't care. It just makes sense. You know.
Can I? Let me ask you a question. Personally, without being biased, without just trying to make a point for the sake of making a point, would you want to see that match?
I wouldn't mind it because I already know it's gonna be like just like a nostalgia match, like Stone Cold was.
No. Stone Cold won up against Kevin Owens in a really good segment and match at the end. Austin Theory, who has been a joke this year, and The Rock, he don't even deserve to be in the same ring with The Rock. He don't.
I mean, he also didn't deserve to be in the same ring with Stone Cold, but
he took a stunner.
I mean,
and that's back when Vince was pushing him.
Everybody.
Yeah, but that's back when Vince was pushing him. Triple H ain't pushing Theory the same way Vince was, and to the point where it's like it's like, okay, bro, just really get out the ring. He's not on that level to be able to handle that. Now, if it was like a Bobby Lashley or Montez Ford who be sitting there doing all the Rock's moves, sure, but not Theory. Not Theory.
Well, I just named a name, but like anybody, any whatever. I wouldn't mind it.